Next up is Race 8A, 1967 to 1984 Formula One cars. This is another Bonhams 1793 Cup race. An impressive group of Formula One cars. I don't believe I've ever seen 37 Formula One cars in one place at one time. But it's great to see these cars in their old livery. You see the John Player Lotus cars that Andretti was in, and you see the Benetton cars, and just absolutely beautiful cars. And you're right, if they do beach themselves to go off on the soundtrack, they're not going anywhere, because you're looking at there's not a whole lot of ground clearance on these cars.
The James Hagan, he's got a Tyrrell, the 011, and that car was driven in the day by Michele Alboreto. Have to bear with us on this. We're crossing over a really complicated piece of data, but
Cal Meeker's car number 42, a Williams FW08, listed as a backup car in 1983 for the team. Greg Thornton's car number 10, that's a March 761, was driven by Ronnie Peterson in the day. It was back in 1976.
Martin Lauber's Wolf WR6 is a Jody Scheckter car.
Starting the second pace lap, and it sounds like they're anxious to get going. You can tell by the engine note that enough of this hanging about. Let's get down to racing.
Well, these don't like going slowly either, do they?
No. But this is the Rolex Monterey Motorsports reunion. Pace car lights are off. Going to take the pit exit out of turn 10 and dive into the pit. We are going to go green with a pair of Williams in the front row. Fantasize. Alan Jones in the pole-sitting car and K.K. Rosberg right alongside him in a pair of Williams. They're only a year apart, an FW07 and an FW08C. Great bunch, great grouping as they come up looking for a green flag. It waves, and we've got a race. Everybody looks good going down into turn one. There's three abreast. It could be Joyner got the jump on the start. We'll have to wait and see to pick up the number on the cars as they come through. The lead car rear end stepped out a bit just as he exited turn three. He managed to get it back in line, and they're proceeding through the infield now. Trying to catch the number on that lead car, but I just can't read it.
It's going too fast for the camera.
One of the Tyrrells fighting with one of the Shadows now as they get out of five and start going up the hill.
It's a nice point that the Shadows were built, what, 20 miles from here?
Over in Salinas, yeah.
And
Don Nichols, Universal Oil Products.
And you know what? And they're all still over there. I don't think he chopped up or got rid of a single car. He's rebuilding more.
The Can-Am cars are out in there. They're being raced vintage racing. There's a couple of them I see a lot of time up in Sonoma and some other vintage events.
But they all still exist, don't they?
Yeah, and it's just impressive cars. Everybody likes the Shadow. There's a mystique that developed around those cars, particularly the Can-Am cars. People just love them. It is Nierberg, the race leader, followed by Eric Joyner. Eddie Lawson running in the third spot. Then Danny Baker and Steve Cook. Top five exactly the way that they qualified. Then Keith Freezer running sixth in the number 7 car. Nick Colibas in car number 3 is 7. James Hagan 8th and 6th. Jean-Denis Delatraz in 19th and Gregory Thornton 10th in car 10. So we got some changes there. Thornton started 11th. He's moved up at least one spot.
And they're going under the bridge at about 140 to 145.
Yeah, Hagan started 9th. He's up into 8th.
nice.
Wow, what a nice pass.
That was Chris Locke from San Anselmo, car
Yeah,
number 5.
that's John Blair Lotus. Very aggressive with that car, the number 5 car we're talking about. And he's up to 14th overall now, gotten around Zach Brown. Dino Crescentini evidently did not come out.
Well,
He was scheduled to start on the inside of row 4 in 7th position, but he shows no laps completed on our timing monitor, as do Anthony Nobles in car 71 and Rodolfo Junco in car number 92.
he broke a suspension on yesterday afternoon. We were kind of hoping he would get it fixed. Remember, they had to go flatbed him out, so I guess he didn't get it done. Or maybe nobody had a suspension on for an Arrow handy.
Looking at speeds of some of the cars further back in the field are in the low to mid 140s. There's a 145. And again, that speed is measured as the cars accelerate up the hill away from start finish, and it's read just as they crest the hill before they begin their descent into the Andretti hairpin.
Martin Lauber is now 9th inside at 12th, so he's moving up.
Lauber in that 78 Wolf WR6. Ex-Jody Scheckter car.
Charles Neberg with a fairly comfortable lead at this point.
Lauber is up to 9th in that 20T car. The car that he's currently pursuing is James Hagan in car number 6, Hagan in the Tyrrell 011.
It looks like Chris McAllister has the problem. He's dropping down the chart.
You look at some of those McLarens like the M30 being driven by Sean Allen, car number 8. The driver sits quite a ways forward in that car, and later on they moved him a little bit further back so that their feet would be behind the center line of the front axle. There are a lot of bad foot injuries from frontal impacts in those cars. Those early cars, you see the driver sitting quite far forward.
Yeah, Formula One got onto that ahead of the Indy cars, did they?
Well, with the Indy cars, since they were running a lot of ovals, if you got off, the front end of that car would just kind of scrape along the wall at, maybe 120 or 130 miles an hour and just grind the bodywork off. And that's how Rick Mears injured his foot.
Danny Ongais too. Well, Jackie Stewart had a lot to do with this kind of safety development too, didn't he? That was one of his principal concerns. And basically, there's a huge change in that period when he was winning world championships, and the drivers started getting together and trying to figure out what to do.
Stewart was a champion for safety in the GPDA, the Grand Prix Drivers Association, and for safety in auto racing overall. Some people actually made fun of him, saying, how do you get the Jackie Stewart house? Well, you get off the plane in Switzerland, you just turn right and follow the Armco. Well, still Neerberg leading in 27A. Eric Joyner second in car number 101. A pair of Williams cars out front. Number 20, Eddie Lawson, and the 77 Wolf WR4 running in third. Then it's Danny Baker in car number 30, the McLaren M23. Steve Cook still fifth in car number 91. The 1974 March 741. The top five just the way they qualified. Kalibas running up in sixth spot. As he's moved up, he's gotten around Keith Freezer.
Martin Lauber moved up one more.
Yeah, he's moving up as well. Kalibas now running in the sixth spot. He started back in eighth. Keith Freezer running seventh in the number 7 car, so he got dropped back a spot. He started in sixth. Martin Lauber eighth, as you mentioned, in the 20T car. He started in 12th spot, so he's picked up 4 positions.
Yeah.
So most of the passing action is taking place out of the top 5 or 6.
Yep.
Top 5 are golden just as they qualified. We are halfway through this first race of the day for the Formula One cars. They'll have another at the end of the day. They will close today's activities. Reports that Andrew Beaumont in car 1-1, 74 low to 76, off and on up in turn 6. He has continued. And now Nicholas Kalibas has moved into 5th spot as he has gotten around Steve Cook. Cook drops to 6th in the number 91 car. Kalibas continues to march up through the field in that number 3 car. He started back in 8th at the 74 Tyrrell 007.
It doesn't, does it?
So far, your race leaders have completed 8 laps as we are 12 minutes into a 20-minute race. So far, your race leaders have completed 8 laps as we are. Looking at the zoom digital readout atop the start-finish bridge, and just saw 146. Yeah, keep your eyes on cars number 3. Nick Kalivas currently 5th. Steve Cook, number 91, 6th. Keith Reeser, car number 7, running 7th. And Martin Lauber, car 20T, running 8th. Those are the cars that have been moving up through the rankings. Cook's dropped back a spot because he qualified 5th. He was passed by Nicholas Kalivas. But Reeser, Lauber, they're all on the move. Okay, double standing yellow. Problems for the number 30 car of Danny Baker, who was running in 4th spot. Will pick up the leader, number 27A, Charles Nierberg. Pace car will come out again, so we can clear car 30. Danny Baker with a problem, and he has come to a stop in a hazardous position. So they're going to have to go and retrieve him. And the pace car is going to come out to slow the field down so that can be safely accomplished.
And he has come to a stop in a hazardous position. So they're going to have to go in.
So as a result of the retirement of car number 30, Nicholas Kalivas now moves up to 4th overall. Steve Cook in car number 991 is back up in 5th. Keith Reeser moves up to 6th. Martin Lauber up to 7th. Everybody behind picks up 1 spot as the number 30 car continues to fall in the standings because he is no longer mobile. And the 1 lap sign comes out from the starter. Safety car is out. This is the final lap. And your race leader just passed the pace car. That's a no-no.
And the 1 lap sign comes out from the starter. Safety car is out.
So these cars are on their final lap. They'll get the checker next time by. Getting reports of some cars making passes under the yellow, which is a no-no. Pace car leading the field up the hill now, as we've got 2 safety vehicles moving up the hill. They are drivers right on the course, and pace car leading the field around them on the left side. Safety car just now cresting the hill, about to start the plunge through the corkscrew. Will lead the field down to the checkered flag. Field coming down into the final corner. The pace car will lead him across the start-finish line, and the checkered flag will be displayed. Here comes your race leader, about to become race winner. Checkered flag is out at start finish. This one is in the books as they cross the line. Charles Neerberg, your winner in the number 27A car. That's the Williams, Eric Joyner. In another Williams, car number 101, finishing second. Eddie Lawson finishing third in car number 20. So the top three are as they started.